Hi, welcome to Love Yourself, Love Your Life. And today's video is all about helping you when your thoughts go round and round in circles. I mean, I don't know about you, but my thoughts used to just get caught on a particular topic, maybe something I was upset about, worried about, regretting, and my brain would just go round and round and round in circles on the same topic. Have you ever felt like that? A friend of mine calls it her hamster wheel in her brain, that it just keeps on going and running and running and running. And it's really hard to get off that hamster wheel. So I just wanted to share something that I have found many years ago has helped me, and it continues to help me to this very day. And it's actually so important to me that it's part of my morning and evening routine. Not every day, but as often as I can do it. So in the morning, I base what I do on Julia Cameron's idea of morning pages. Basically, it's journal writing. And what I do is I just get some paper and a pen, sit down in the morning when my brain's fairly clear and fresh, and just write whatever is on my brain and just keep on writing for 2 or 3 pages. It might be 10 minutes, it might be 20 minutes. Just as long as I can squeeze in. What that does is, in the morning is my most creative time. So for me, that's when I think of ideas, I think of inspirations for my course that I'm giving to you now, for my own life, for anything at all in life really can come up at that time. It's also a chance to get things off my brain, which is like a to-do list. Don't forget to go to the bank and get out some money, or whatever it is that I need to actually do. And by putting that down as well, I can actually make a note of that, and then I don't need to worry about it. I've got a little list of the things that have come up that I need to do, and I can just refer to that later. In the evening, what I do is I have a gratitude practice. So at the end of the day, I sit down. I might write it down, or I might just think about it, but they do say writing it down is more powerful. And the first question is, what am I grateful for today? So I just trace the day, just literally in a minute or two, trace through the day in my mind and think, what am I grateful for? And then the other thing I think about is, what could I do differently, or what could I do tomorrow? And the third thing I write down, and I do write down things that come up before I go to bed, is actually anything on my brain from the day. So I do a little brain dump. It might only be for 2 or 3 minutes, but it's important. It really helps me to just get anything out of my brain that I'm thinking about and having to remember for tomorrow, because then I can sleep and not have to think about it. You know, there's nothing worse than trying to go off to sleep and you think, oh, I have to remember in the morning to do blah, blah, blah. And you just can't get to sleep because you're worried about forgetting. But all you need to do is write it down. So the other thing I do is I have a piece of paper and a pen beside my bed, and I've done that for many years too. Because then even if you wake up in the middle of the night and you think, oh, I can't remember, I don't want to forget that, I just scribble it on the paper. And when I say scribble, sometimes I can't work it out the next morning. Mostly I can decipher it somehow. But I put something down on paper, and then even in the dark, and then I've got some sort of way of remembering in the morning. And do you know what? As soon as I put it down on paper, I go straight back to sleep because I'm not trying to remember it anymore. So that's the hot tip today, is all about journaling. So I invite you to try it out this week. Find out what time works best for you. The morning might work for me, but it might not be the best time for you. But what time would be a good time to just sit down and write a few pages, just to get in touch with yourself? It helps you to connect with what's on your mind, what's on your heart, to connect with what it is that you're really struggling with. And that's part of the awareness part of the triangle. So in the triangle, all the things that we're doing in the course, it's part of the bottom section, which is about awareness, going from struggling to awareness. And so I invite you to play with that, try out different times, see what happens, see what works for you, and let me know next time we get together. Or just send me a message and let me know, have you tried it out, and what's the best time for you to write some things down, to clear out your brain and stop the hamster wheel from spinning quite so much. If you want more information about that, we can talk about that. And there's a lot of specific journaling techniques that you can use to take that further, if that's something that you enjoy. If you prefer art, then there's also ways to express things in visually, rather like in pictures, in colours, rather than in words. So that's another thing we can talk about if that's something that's interesting to you. So all the best with your journaling. Hope that really helps the hamster wheel to slow down a little bit, and see you soon. Bye for now.